reset to the second half of the season. What does this result say for your team and kind of the season going forward?
It says we're not good enough. So I don't think that's the version that we are gonna be, but until you prove it, you are. So we are absolutely our record right now, and it's up to us to change that narrative.
Are you a little stunned by that result, given what the state?
Yeah, big time. Yeah, I didn't. It's puzzling. It's we weren't good, and there's no magic bullet answer. So yeah, very puzzled.
A couple of fights in the game tonight. What were your thoughts on those from your guys and from Ottawa?
Frustration, right? That's the game. Sometimes you just tempers boil over, right? Guys get frustrated. Different things happen.
Pulling Doug, how much of that was his fault, or just trying to get a spark? Give the team some kind of spark.
Yeah, both, right?
Yeah.
Like I think he was better when he came back in the second half than he was in the first stretch there. But you can't peel off too many goals, right? Before you make that move, I was trying to give him as much runway as I could, but eventually you got to make a change.
Can we even talk playoffs with this team anymore, Glenn? Do you think? I mean, I know you mathematically, right?
I mean, we can until we can't, right? Like, so that's my attitude is, we have to start peeling off wins. But if we don't do that, yeah, I mean, we're a long way away now, that's for sure.
12 penalties, gave up 6 power play goals. I mean, obviously that's something you want to address. I mean, do you just attribute that to the frustration, like you say with the penalties?
A little bit. I didn't like the reffing down the stretch. I thought they were making bad calls. I didn't like them. I thought they were. I don't know. I was baffled by a lot of what I saw from those guys. So yeah, I didn't like that.
Travis comes back tonight after being out the start of the whole season. What can you say about his impact and performance tonight?
I didn't, the offense struggled as a whole, so it's hard to sort of peel back on one guy. They weren't getting a lot done as a group, so they need to be better as well. I mean, we got to 9, but I mean, a lot of that was, last 6-7 minutes of the game, put them 3 or 4. I mean, we were at a 5 spot for most of the game, so getting to 9 is, something, but it's not. It's a bit of a fake stat almost.
Before his exit, how Colton looked in the time he was out there?
He's good. Yeah, he needs to. We need him out there for sure. I mean, he's a premier defender in this league, so we need that. We need that with our group, and our goaltending's got to be better. I mean, we can't. We can't be out shooting a team, and we can't have 10 goals on 16 shots. Like you're not going to be able to compete, and they know that. So. Everybody in the group has to be better.
Is Doug still the starter, or is that more of an open competition going
No, he's a starter. No, he is. He's he's got to work through some things right now, which he's doing. But he's still we still think he's arguably one of the top 3 goalies in the game. But he's got to be better, and he knows it.
The result aside, how about seeing Taggart again, facing him for the 3rd time, I think, in your career? Yeah, it was.
You don't think too much about it while the game's going on, to be honest. You think about it beforehand and afterhand, but during the game, you're so focused on, in this case, getting your ass kicked. So,
Mark mentions your son. What about Ty and Reed facing off against each other? That was their first matchup tonight. What do you think about that?
Again, it's fun for their family before and after, but it's nothing to me. Like I don't say nothing, but when the game is on, it's just. I'm not thinking about, there's Kurtz's brother. Like I don't think about that. I'm just like worried about what's going on in the game. Like it's a good story, pre and post, but I honestly don't think about it during the game.
So you had most of the defense coming back now, though, with the goaltending. I understand there's going to be some frustration. Do you think you're still working through some injuries, or do you think that wasn't a factor at all?
Well, I mean, you just can't keep going to that. Like, guys have to perform. I mean, we're still missing a couple of guys, but that doesn't let everybody else off the hook, right? You still have to play, and you're still professional lacrosse players, so you still have to deliver and compete and be better, and we weren't good enough. So we've got to be better, bottom line. And it's funny how you come out of last season, and then even the beginning of the season, we played really well, actually, and we probably deserved a better result than we had at times. And now it's just, you know, momentum and the mental part of the game is a funny thing, and you know, it's.
You and the Rush have like identical stats. Well, not up until the last couple games, but they were identical stats with just the difference of the record. So, like you were talking about, those 1-goal games kind of going one way or the other. But I mean, obviously, you know, getting to that 1-goal game now seems to be a bigger issue than.
Yeah, that was bad tonight. So we'll see. I mean, you have those in a season, but this was certainly a tough time to have it when you needed, you know, we need wins, right? And that was disappointing, to say the least.
Do you see any quit in this team?
No, they're disappointed. Obviously, they're prideful, right? Like everybody is, and they want to perform, and they want to have success. And I see a lot of frustration, but not quit. I mean, guys want to compete, but they're just, you know, it's a cruel game sometimes.
As young of an offense as you have, and like you said, you did end up with 9, which is a bit of a fluff stat, but what do you say to all these young players to try to calm them down? Or, I mean, what is the magic, I guess, focal point for your young offense?
Well, that's the thing. There's not a light switch, there's not a magical. I mean, if that happened, nobody would lose a game, right? If we all just knew the word, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't exist. So the messaging is that everything is an investment, right? Like, you know, that's what I said at halftime. Like, you still need to compete, you still need to play, you still need to grow and get better. And regardless of what the result is today, we need to be better next week. And that's the investment that they got to commit to. So I think they're better than what they showed tonight, but unless they show it, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Glenn.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.